Hello, so I'm doing something that I've been referring to as the corner, and what I wanted to talk about today is the pain of still, S-T-I-L-L, the pain of nothing, the pain of being. If you have a lot of life inside of you, a lot of energy inside of you, a lot of emotion inside of you, you may find that, forgive me, but I was just checking to see that I wasn't fogging up. You may find that when those moments aren't actually happening, that it feels very lonely, it feels very painful, it feels very scary. It's hard to explain. If you are feeling it, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but it's very hard to explain. And I just want to speak to those moments because you may not be feeling that right now. You may not be feeling that today. But on the day when you feel it, maybe you can come back to this and recognize during those moments of so much pain, when you maybe have had addictions in your life and it's when you're tempted to go back to your addictions, or maybe when it's just that you have vices in your life and you're tempted to go back to those vices, like maybe you don't refer to it as an addiction, but you think of it as, that you eat comfort food or you binge watch television instead of doing maybe the better thing, like exercising, or the better thing, like sitting down and writing that book you were supposed to write, or whatever the responsible moment might call for. So when you're in those feelings of being trapped, of being held hostage by a life you have to live instead of the one you believe you were meant to live, come back to this. Listen to this. Think about this. You are meant for more. You are meant for more. But every minute of your life does not always afford you the more. There's the preparation days. There's the filling days, the rebuilding days, the empty tank days, the days where if we're always on 100% throttle, we actually might feel like we're accomplishing a lot. But on those 100% throttle things, sometimes we're burned out. And the other people on the other side, they can tell. But you also have to have some life. You have to have some experiences. You have to have some pain. And not just the pain of what I'm talking about right now, where it's like I feel like I should be doing more. I feel like there's so much more that and you feel literally like somebody's almost got a taser. It's a very low speed, of course, but they've got a taser on you, and you just feel like you're frying inside with the anxiety of being held hostage by not there yet, or not there today, or not there now. Say you've been on a mountaintop. Say you've done some amazing things. Say even right now, yesterday you were in front of 10,000 people or 100,000 or 1,000,000 people. But today you're alone. It aches sometimes. It really aches when we can't feel the greatness that we think God gave us. We hurt, we ache, we feel lost, we feel pain. And so that's the time that you go to the Psalms, you go in prayer. You also apply yourself in the things that you can do in that moment. But one thing that you do not do is you do not believe that your life is meaningless. You do not allow yourself to believe you have no hope. You do not allow yourself to swallow the lies that the emotions are trying to get you to believe. Your life is valuable every day. even when you're in pain. Your life is valuable every day. Because the good that you see yourself doing in those days of the past or the potential of the days of the future, those might be the ones where today, when you're hurting, when you're miserable and you're surviving, wishing that you didn't have to be here, those days are what fill you up for you to pour out on another day. They are the days when alone with God or being alone with yourself, you learn who you are, you learn what you need, you learn what you're made of, and God speaks to you, and God ministers to you, and life changes you. God is not wasting you. You are not being wasted. You are being made new. You are being rebuilt. You are being invested in through time, through life lessons. The scripture that says, do not despise the days of small beginnings. And remember, David was on that hillside, alone, abandoned, treated like the runt of the family, if you will. And then the bear shows up and the lion shows up. And he could have easily said to himself, and he may have, here I am out here. I am a squirt. And I am out here keeping a whole flock of sheep by myself, and lions are loose. What am I supposed to do when a lion comes? So he's just like, I got nothing but you, God. That's enough, right? Well, we don't realize that sometimes until somebody like David, who's on that mountainside by himself, shows us. What if he hadn't had that day? What if he hadn't had that moment? Would he have been able to face Goliath? Those days where you feel like you are outnumbered, those days where you feel like you are forgotten. What if you don't have those days, when the days will come that you can tell somebody else the testimony of all that you learned, all that you survived, all that you made it through? Hang in there. Trust God. Lean on God. Call on Jesus. Read the Bible. Write the stories. Do the push-ups. Clean the house. Do the laundry. Love your children. Whatever your moment calls for. But do not lose hope, and do not believe the lies that your pain is trying to convince you to believe.